Hey everyone. I'm challenging myself today to go past my comfort levels and do the risking that I am always asking for you to do, stretching, growing. And that means that for the first time today, I am going live. Now, I did this on live video on our Inviting Aphrodite group, which is an amazing collection of women. And if you are a woman and you're interested in nourishing your spirit, totally invite you to join. But I'm pushing past my comfort level there, which is a smaller group, and reaching out right here. So, first of all, happy solstice. This is such an amazingly special time of the year. It is a time that I used to think of only as the beginning of the gauntlet, because between right now on the 21st of December and the 30-day window up to my birthday at the end of January. All manner of horrible things happened over the course of my life, from the suicide of my grandfather a few days before Christmas to the death of my very best and only true childhood friend when I was 12, on my 12th birthday. This whole period had been fairly wretched. But you notice I'm smiling. And I'm smiling today not because I'm covering up the pain like I had learned to do so well, but because I have gotten past the experience of the gauntlet. And I want so much to share with you the spark that's helped to get me through it, share some ideas that I hope will be nourishing to you, and mostly just to tell you there is hope. So whatever your experience is, it's all okay. Whether this is a delightful, joyous time of year that you look forward to and you have Christmas merrymaking at your house or solstice merrymaking at your house, and you look forward to it all year, or whether this is a time that you're truly wondering, how the bleep am I going to get through this? Because it is, the beginning perhaps of your gauntlet. The whole experience is one to be honored, and I want to just love you through it and encourage you to love yourselves along the way. So I had a client recently who summed up what so many folks have been saying as they show up on our video conferences or on the sofa in my office. And she said, I've thrown all the self-care stuff out the window. And the reason I've done that is because my family is trying to kill me. Now, I say this with a smile because I know her family wasn't actually trying to kill her, and she knew that too. But it is amazing, the dramas that come through, and they sweep us. It's just like being in the ocean and having it buffet us back and forth. And so the love and the energy and the passion that can be part and parcel of being in a family, when it can be very nourishing at times, at other times, it can threaten to drown us. So I have some ideas that I wanted to share specifically around how to reconnect with a space of peace and make it possible for some nourishment and some joy to come back into your system. So this is a 4-step process. We're going to keep it really simple, and I will post afterwards a graphic that I set up that just kind of illuminates it. It's an easy peasy way to remember. So step 1 is you absolutely must stop. Whatever it is that you're doing, and whatever the 1,000 things are, maybe 1,000,000, that are pulling at your attention right now, they can wait for a few seconds. Like 2 minutes is all I'm asking. Number 2, I want you to do a body check-in. Like literally ask your body barometer, your body compass. How am I feeling? Do I have tight places? Do I have aching places? Do I have warm spots? How's my heart area doing in my chest? How's my stomach doing? How are my feet feeling? Just do a simple check through. It can be speedy, like 15 seconds is actually enough. And then tell yourself the truth about that, because we build trust inside ourselves by telling the truth about our experience. And even if you don't feel like you can say it out loud to somebody else in your environment, you can sure as heck say it to yourself. So after you've told the truth about how you really feel, I want you to choose one thing. That's all, just one thing that will bring a little bit of nourishment, a little bit of ease into your awareness. So these would be ideas like getting a drink of water or a cup of tea, maybe eating a bite of food if your blood sugar is running low, maybe stretching yourself up tall, elongating your spine and decompressing, maybe taking a breath, maybe massaging your forearms and your hands. It's amazing how much stress you can release just from 30 seconds of massage, or maybe a little scalp rub, because those feel really, really good. I think they feel best if somebody else is doing it, but we can do a pretty fine job ourselves as well. So just choose one simple thing to do. This whole process takes 2 minutes, 3 tops. And notice that there is this little space that begins to ease inside you. The places where it's been all knotted up and maybe you've been bowed forward by a sense of responsibility and stress and too many things impinging on you, you'll start to feel like you have a little bit of space around the edges and like you're centering. And then the fourth thing on this 4-point list is to appreciate yourself. Oh my gosh. Give yourself the gift of appreciation. Give your body some appreciation. No matter what you think of your body or different parts of it, it is your ally and it deserves to have a little respect. You deserve to have some respect. So I challenge you, if you are willing to take the challenge, choose one area of your body that you normally feel really frustrated about. It could be because it's something that just doesn't work structurally for you well, doesn't do the things that you want it to do, or maybe it's been painful, achy, or maybe there's an area that you've been frustrated about because it doesn't look like you want it to look. It doesn't matter. Choose one area and then allow yourself to notice, what is that part of my body doing for me? And the example I'm using today is our hips, because there's the perennial question, does this make my butt look fat? And I know there's a lot of husbands and a lot of best friends that are hearing this right now, but not this video, but hearing this question from their gals. And I need to tell you that our hips are what carry us through the world. Our hips are what allow us to nestle creative ideas in our pelvic cradle and be able to bring those forward into fruition and completion so that they can nourish us and other people. Our hips are fucking amazing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on Facebook Live, but I just did, so it's got to be okay. So I want you to just choose any area of frustration and just give it a dose of appreciation and talk to yourself like you are somebody that you actually care about. What would you tell me if I were having a hard time? What would you tell your best friend? What would you tell your kid? Like anybody that you care about, please give yourself that gift, because you deserve it every bit as much as anyone else. You deserve to be here, taking up space, breathing the air, using resources, and shining your light every bit as much as any other person on this planet. And I see this truth in you, and I want you to see this truth in you, because you inspire me every day. I love the work that I do, but I don't get up just to, do my stuff in a vacuum. I get up so I can connect with you and get to be in a playground of people who are learning and growing and sometimes struggling like hell, but they are bringing courage. You are bringing courage into this amazing mix of our lives. And when you don't even know it, you are being an inspiration to other people. And so I challenge you to consider that it is possible that there are other people that are looking at you, that are taking their cues, and that when you exercise a little self-nourishment, you are encouraging them by your actions, not your words, by your actions, to do that also for themselves. So I guess I've gone on for a little while here, but this has been really fun. So I think I'm going to do it a little more often. And I want you to carry solstice blessings with you as you go through your evening, and consider checking in on this longest night of the year and ask yourself, what are the mountains that you have surmounted this year? What are the challenges that you have already overcome and you've gone beyond and you're on to new challenges and experiences? What are the things that you're right smack in the middle of and you're learning and growing from, like your life depends on it? Because it does. And even in the midst of that, I want you to bring compassion to yourself and a little bit of humor, because we can take ourselves so seriously. And it is true that our lives depend on the choices, the actions that we take. But at the same time, there's this connection, there's a sense of play, there is a spirit of grace that comes through sometimes when we least expect it. So shake it up a little bit. Maybe turn on some of your favorite music and dance for a couple minutes. That's one of my very favorite therapies, is to turn on one song of some kind, move my hips, get my blood going, warm up my cold nose because it's so frozen here. Our pipes are still frozen in our outlet, because that's what it is in the Northwest United States right now. But bringing in a little injection of joy brings the spirit in without that sense of responsibility. Okay, I think that's everything for right now. I would love to hear from you. And I also want to know, because I am lining up guests for 2017 for my podcast, The Alchemist's Heart, sharing secrets of soul nourishment and inspiration to transform your life. That's a mouthful, isn't it? I'm lining up some amazing authors and alchemists doing terrific work, but I want to know what areas you want to learn more about. Who would you like to hear more of for some in-depth interviews? Because I go an hour with these people and I go deep. And I want to create it not just because it's fun for me to have these conversations, but I want to have it to share as a gift for you. So talk to me. Let me know what you think. And if you're interested in our Inviting Aphrodite group, hop on over. I do some free giveaways over there. And if not, send me a Facebook message privately if you have anything you want to chat about, and I promise you I'll be responsive. All right, have an amazing night and blessings on the start of the returning of the light in the new year.